Welcome, everybody. It is 5:01, so I'd like to call the meeting to order. Thank you again for committing to being on our Social Studies Primary Resource Selection Committee. Just wanted to go over quickly what our outcomes are for today. Come on in, welcome. We will be, sorry about that, let me get that. We will be scoring all of the submitted 6th through 8th grade science, social studies primary resources using our evaluation rubric. If you need more of the evaluation rubrics, we have them. There are 5 resources that we'll be scoring. So they're set up around the room. I think that's HMH, no, that's McGraw-Hill. Next to HMH, we have Discovery. We also have National Geographic. And then over here is the My World Savvis resources. So you may have had time to look at the online, and then today you're finalizing your scores with the physical resources. Once you finish scoring, please take your rubric right over to Cindy. She will input your scores for you, okay? So don't hold on to them and then give her all at once. She likes them right as you finish, so she can be entering them as we go. We will discuss our findings of what we evaluated, and then hopefully by the end of this evening, we will determine our top 2. Any questions before we get started? Okay, so let's move on to the next agenda item, which is scoring. We're individually scoring. Get up, move around, take your pencils with you, dig into books. There's candy up here, and Sarah's not sharing her snacks, she said.
Are we missing anybody? Missing a lot.
Is Discovery only online?
Discovery is only online.
I don't know, I could not get into it, but I have enough.
If you can't get into Discovery, let us know, because Loretta and I got into Discovery.
You did.
Did you get in? Okay,
Use
good.
Y on Discovery. The password.
Follow that was there.
I haven't checked since you sent that follow-up email, so I'm gonna
Okay.
see now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was National Geographic, Discovery, I had a problem getting into.
Okay, so we'll make sure you can get into Discovery.
Yeah.
Yep. And did you,
Yes, he did. It's the last one. Oh, I thought you meant to sign in.
he signed in?
Yeah.
Peter, did you have these?
I got the digital one that you sent.
Okay, all right, and did you,
That's my issue.
you'll just put your scores on it so we can, okay, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
You want me to get you a school computer so that way you're not on your hotspot, or you okay? Okay.
I got unlimited.
Okay.
I'm bougie.
On the only thing that I can.
This is soft.
For that is whether we have, the Google Workspace was accessible. We have a question mark.
Oh, really?
When I was online.
for Savvis?
Yeah.
This one.
After about 3 of these, my eyes are really crossed.
Science we had like 9.
That's 17.
Hi, Anna. No, no problem. We're just scoring, so.
I think, I don't know. Big.
I just couldn't find anything that I thought would, I mean, whether it would be Google compatible.
I think you can assign.
Did you need some?
All of these are. everything
no,
is
okay.
on their side,
Right.
so.
Import Google Classroom.
Oh. Well, I didn't look on the teacher like that, dang, I was just.
Here you go, sister.
Okay.
Google Classroom.
Thank you, yep, thank you.
Bruce, were you able to get into Discovery?
I am in now with the Y, yes.
Peter, let me know if you still need help getting into Discovery.
With a Y.
Why? At the end. Discovery.
Oh, spelling, I'm not good
We're
at
into
that.
the PDF, and the PDF just took it off. That's all the PDF.
I blame PDF too.
Oh, you thought we were there.
With the HM one, is it Google supported?
Inspire or Vision Code. It seems to be, everything seems to be online on that one.
Or is it supported
I
by
marked the
Google?
question mark and said, not sure, I could not find it. I
For
did not
which one?
prove if it was.
HMA.
HMA.
What about, what's the question?
Google.
Could
I will tell you.
could I put it in my Google Classroom?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Hey, can you tell me for all of them?
Oh, really? Well, Savvis, yes.
Cause she just like.
Because I just said import Google Classroom. Or something like that.
Well, these, I'm trying to find something that connects to what we teach, Canadian.
Look at the maple syrup part you guys.
You know what, that was a topic of conversation today, and we were arguing whether it is syrup or syrup. These are important things.
You should go to first grade, the RH classes will tell you.
Oh, your information center.
Okay.
Discovery
These, I don't
has their own
and I don't
classroom. That doesn't match with Google, but there's a place to make a
You
classroom.
make, yeah.
But you can also assign things in your Google
You
Classroom.
can assign things to Google Classroom.
In Discovery.
Okay, good.
That, I had a question about that.
Okay, Sarah, I am in HMH Social Studies. And it says I have a class of 46. Virtual class.
Assign Google.
You can sign in with Google to your virtual classroom.
I'm putting it too. Look at me go.
It's their virtual classroom.
Yeah, it may just.
You're done with that too?
And please take notes, you're gonna get your papers back, okay, so that you can speak to each of them.
This chapter planner?
I mean. Yes. Okay, that's the. So which one is that? Euro. Or culture geography. Because in these, I'm not really sure. But then when I look at that- Yes, Kathy, managing that.
That's a Discovery did have it, all of them have a crosswalk.
Doesn't mean they're good.
If you couldn't find Savis, the crosswalk for it's over here printed out for you.
Okay, and now do you know how to track?
Oh, this is cause and effect. Cause and effect.
There's a lot, like it all started to like blend together. It's like, oh my gosh. Woo!
But this is the teacher. So, no, yes, trust us.
Oh, duh.
You have to have two teacher manuals?
Wait a minute. Or if you teach 3 different grade levels.
No, what I mean is, this is a teacher manual, then these are a set.
Yes.
So you have to get like this.
And Sarah still has not gotten it. Did Sarah give you?
Oh. Is that right, Cindy? She did say that she wasn't.
I don't, you're asking.
Well, I think
World cultures and geography, you have to have.
No problem.
Okay, but this is a student one, look, this is a student one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
this-
better be-
Okay. This is, yeah, this is the student.
So if I have notes in the box, that's my X.
Where's
So,
American?
alright, sounds good, thanks.
So that's just that, they just don't have a spiral for that. Wow, I've
Are
never
you
seen
sure?
something like that. Yeah, and it doesn't say, see how this is teacher's edition? It
Oh.
doesn't say teacher's edition. Where?
I'm trying to.
We're trying to figure out what these
Teacher half of the
Are
day.
these different, a different series than these over here?
No, this is the student book, this is the teacher, see? World culture.
Then what,
geography.
which one is this?
World history,
This is Great Civilizations.
This is North America, South America, Central.
No. No, I'm saying, but I don't think it,
this is the teacher's edition, so it doesn't have a spiral, it has this. So,
is there a student book that looks similar to this? Because these are not the same thing.
no, this goes with this.
This is a student book.
Yeah,
And that's the teacher manual?
this is the teacher.
And that's
Well-
really tiny compared to.
Yeah, but this, it's all in one, it looks like, no? How many of these do you get?
Look, this has cooperative.
I put the thing, strategies for differentiation.
But these are also TEs. This is a tool, this looks like it's called a toolbox.
Interactive math tool. But then at first I thought, oh, this is really good for the kind of chapter planner, but then really, how helpful is this chapter planner?
Yeah. I did this one all online.
I'll take a drink.
This
It's huge.
is the teacher edition. Look at that size.
Is it?
Everything going around you, that's like, it's gotta have one of these, right?
I don't know, I looked through. Revolution. Not anymore.
Oh, this doesn't have that at all, it just says this. We were looking at it in this book, remember when we saw all the objectives, look at this. So if you open up this, it says, here's your skills, be an idea, monitoring, working, making inferences, describe truth, draw conclusions, and analyze. No, I call no.
solids.
Are you doing discovery after? So I'm gonna set a user. Look over your shoulder.
And my, I guess I did only one of them, or two of them. That's my answer, even though I have those all over the place. Okay.
Gotcha.
It looks very, very different than what we tried. Just like that's ones that was not. So that's my big. Yeah. Yeah. But that's my question, is this? That's the problem that it was before. And
even get lost.
Brothers that aren't here. I'm leaving. Yes, that's perfect. It just makes it easier.
Yes, thank you.
Once you're in, hard copy, but it's still. I remember the thing I liked about Discovery more than I've seen these, is they have so many primary and secondary sources.
Right, like more than they need.
So if I recall correctly, you can change. I think for this one, it's really, really good. The couple that do have that, I think HMH under, I like it. Sure.
I was like, say it.
I think if it were a paper copy, I might.
So this is the one that starts in sixth grade, goes up to seventh. And then we started in
Yeah.
This is the one that has the writing, you know that? This is the one, it's, yeah, it has writer's workshop. This one,
I'm still waiting, yep.
Oh my goodness. Is this you? What? Is it you? Yeah. Okay.
I also talked with someone that I have a top three.
Some of them were a little bit more difficult to delete. Oh, thank you.
You are welcome.
I also looked at the copyright data. Status was almost 25.
Symbols of America.
Except it looks like those Ghostbusters, you know, like when they have the sound waves, they're like, oh yeah, there is the spirit.
I thought maybe he was gonna unveil, like, go through the picture to the.
There's no unveiling happening there.
Wow. That would bother me.
Rocking out.
Make sure your headphones are on when you listen to that, kids.
Oh, hey, Katie, I noticed, did you bring the coloring here for the presentation? No. Okay, I'll just leave it. I just edited that a little bit. Make sure you guys have some of that. Good question. I did not have the answer. Oh, up until. What's the national geographic Google line?
They did have one doctor, I didn't see it, was
Okay, I'm gonna check it for one, put it for one, yeah. Okay. Cindy, can you please make an adjustment to this one? The National Geographic for the Google Align for the GA, make it a one instead of a two.
Too late. Gotcha. For number 8?
Number 8.
Gotcha.
Thanks. Put chocolate, you got your refill.
I brought in a whole bunch of them, just for those.
Oh, you know, that's all I need right now.
Ooh, I love these places.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. 5 inches between me and Erica, that is not a good move.
This is the one that I was talking about, that we could get this for 6th and 7th grade, because it covers almost all of 7th grade too. The worlds of, it covers all of 6th grade and, up to World War II for 7th grade. No, it did it, it has contemporary issues as well, so all the way up through the Cold War. Which I thought was, I mean, you know, two grade levels for the price of one.
But do you really teach a lesson? This is the first one.
Yeah, this one goes all the way up through the end of 7th grade.
It's not necessarily in the same grade, but
don't they know that? They already have a
We're
schedule?
confirming that, so that, I just don't think that's clear.
Okay, so you want to say that just to confirm, you are present, building number, actually you mentioned the time, it was at 9 o'clock and 9. Yeah, so should I just send them a confirmation of the specific time?
Yeah, I need them to
Yeah.
confirm that they are set.
Do you have it? I'll send them.
I'll tell you.
Okay, cool.
I have it,
Which group?
this is
Let's start with green box and then achieve.
Erica, do you have any finish?
Yep, the dream box is 9:45. And they may be presenting virtually, which is fine.
So do I tell them that too, that that's an option?
Say, will you be in person or virtual?
Okay, so,
And then achieve is 9:45.
okay. I'm gonna just follow up with them.
Thank you. Why is it so crazy?
So the neuroscience instructor is doing different worlds. She's doing well.
So she's drawing the brain instead of doing her assignments.
Carefully. After you submit your answers, you're able to change your answers.
I should respond that, would you accept this instead of doing?
Any of these justice, I'm just like, well, and we're looking for your special
And I,
education, I
that's
too.
really the lens that I paid for when I focused on.
I mean, plenty of time, so don't rush. You're fine.
I'll just continue to eat candy.
Inspire more, I think, than H&H.
Erica, just saw your email. I started.
Oh, okay, I love like.
They just put ineffective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think me and you can edit worlds of
But, hold on.
We got one for 2 grades.
But it was very,
Everything.
I'm not gonna,
Accurate.
I'm not gonna lie.
And then we just need some.
I'm so glad you came over there, so I don't feel, I didn't feel like please, thank you.
No, I didn't, and that's the only drawback, I think. Whereas I believe that the Constitution was in the McGraw, the Inspire.
You have 2 more that I'd like to call right now. I just texted Megan because I only see one of hers and she's pregnant. So can I use it on the 27th or not?
I know,
That's how I feel with due dates sometimes.
Where's the due date up?
After last year, I was in the first round, I'm like,
Can we just give one second?
I'm like, what's the what? I'm not joking. It's not that I don't.
I know, I feel very lonely.
I have complete.
I guess.
I have, you know, yeah. Way out west, you sent me a flyer, right? Yes. That's what you want, but only that
Oh, that was a good job right there.
That's the problem.
We need calendar invites too.
Yeah.
It's the Google. It's the Google's fault, really.
It's something.
this look good? And then I'll send off the sheet. So this is the green one, so let me clarify now.
Clarify your schedule to district edit to our.
Will you be
Presenting virtually or in person? I wanna know.
Melissa does the same thing, she gives me permission to review, you know?
She does the exact.
I know.
just type it, 2 fingers in the middle?
You're a hand picker?
You never learned how to type anything.
And now I try, and my fingers look too, like, it hurts because you have muscle memory, and you can't. Melissa also does the same thing, so that makes me feel good.
And of course, I comment.
But I'm glad she's doing it because I feel so subconscious up there, because then everybody was like, so everybody.
I'm gonna point it out every meeting that we're in.
I know, and I'm gonna get like major like eczema.
Board.
Yeah, some kind of rash. I'm sure something's gonna happen. Major eczema. Right? I get eczema from anxiety. Yeah.
Oh,
I have like.
I do. It does.
It
does.
So.
Okay, we don't have Miranda one just because we have that one.
I was
Color her.
surprised with that one
Yeah.
quality, but it's pretty solid.
I know.
I've never heard of it before.
Yeah,
but-
I gotta take her off
Really
her
good.
number.
Okay, see, even with the 3 fingers.
Please confirm.
I'll take it for you, babe. Yep.
Okay, I'm sending this and I'm sending the same exact thing to the chief, except different times. Eric, I should have both now. Nothing.
What's with Jonathan here?
She wasn't feeling well. Oh, yeah, yeah.
get the Zoom back down, so she can always sit there. Oh, she doesn't teach them. Yeah, Rubens does it. Okay. That was the same, there were three, one person quit and then one hired.
I'm really struggling, to be honest, something's not right. Well, I think we should sleep on it.
Correct.
What you looking for?
Discovery doesn't have a print.
No print. Which I thought was interesting because science did have a tech book,
Really?
like a physical tech book.
They would like to see this.
But this one does not. Not for discovery, not for social studies.
They've got some cool digital stuff.
Yes, they do.
There's a lot of cool digital stuff.
is.
I'm not joking,
Several.
and one even has a growing library.
Did you make notes on that?
Is that,
Oh, wait, I might have.
is that the discovery one? This is the searchable activities, is that one? Virtual field trips, wasn't that cool? Did you see that? Oh, yeah, that was, I was.
Alright, do the task analysis. What are you?
Cause,
Yeah, some want them to know and be able to do.
I want them to be able to get down to the teacher and student level. To build teacher pedagogy and content knowledge and increase student engagement. So they're gonna have to do some acceleration strategies as well as teaching. Because part of the problem that we're not seeing is
Thank you. Oh, thanks, okay.
student data assessment on RIP. This is what I don't understand, and now that you said that, why are these the same? So one of them is wrong. So.
That's progress.
So this is to the right track. This is to the right track. So these guys. So this is. Second grade is not.
You know, and I will rewrite a bunch of other stuff that's in my name too.
Yes, you do. What I'm gonna do one is I'm just gonna come back, it's just gonna walk
They
back.
have a bench
I know
press
Charlotte
like
Jenkins
this,
shared
right?
a couple of things for that, for module 2B and 3A to replace that. I was at home on a tablet and just using that, so I know that's. I'm switching to that. And I just wanted to quickly upload it to the That's awesome, and you let me know, and then Monday I was gonna do. Okay, 4K. Okay, and then can I move this, this is just my OCD work, and then.
Oh, yeah, I have to move it. I mean, I was gonna do that too.
Wow. It's not OCD, it's OCD, you can look at it and
I think so.
Here, look at this, that's another one. Well, now I can take this out, so I can just remove this one, right? Cause I don't want this to
Like,
break.
that's not supposed to be there.
You know, the worst part is every single thing, right? It takes so much time, and like, nobody understands, like, it's like, super fast.
Hey Erica, the RA has been moved next to Loretta from supporting to essential.
I knew she'd do
Of course she could. I could not be.
That's a Loretta question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the wine discovery.
I started today with accounting, so.
Nice.
You're welcome, that's my last one. There is a peanut gallery today.
There is.
Good, 24 minutes.
Does this make sense? Look at this. No, because it's not working. This is important that we know this. So I'm putting a P, meaning it's a pre-assessment of that standard. Right? So then I'll remove it. No, you don't want the presentation though, that's the problem. Now we just fix the data.
Discovery didn't Google.
It does have to go faster?
Yeah, it says step-by-step guide, fresh one, Google Classroom and DE.
Oh, I'm gonna need to adjust that score. Whoa.
Step
That
by
would be
step
probably
guide
everybody.
for Google Classroom.
You just you beef it up for months later.
If it's one for me to do, those are tech books.
Thank you.
So that's. Very cool.
Okay, okay. Math there.
Okay, and now we've gone.
for some,
Dinner, it's dinner. I tried to
Social
go.
studies?
Yeah.
No?
What?
Score some social studies resources?
I would totally love to, but, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not a certified teacher. So, my opinion would count. But this is a good dinner, thank you for providing it.
You're welcome.
Next time, ladies and gents.
Come on. No, first of all, they color
But I still, I mean,
I went to a game on
I thought you were talking about the soccer game today.
Was there something?
USA Iran. And I saw something when I looked to see the score that Iran wants us disqualified for something and I don't know what. We did.
Wait, what?
We did. Soccer. FIFA.
Oh, yeah, what about the football?
Football.
Say it right. Football.
If you're gonna say it right, it's foosball. Football.
Yeah, well, dicey at the end.
I didn't get to see it. Football.
Yes, we played the Dutch.
I was just about to say, like, everybody would know in Europe because you probably end up screaming all around you and around.
Who are you rooting? Who are you rooting for?
I'm not a.
You're not in, no.
I think I have PTSD from growing up around people. Kinda.
No. Oh, I think you feel.
I'll let you and your rooms, your cultural rooms handle that.
I don't think USA is gonna go much farther.
I'm surprised they got this far.
They made it to the final six.
Ready.
Alright, Alyssa Lima's gonna do it in person.
Perfect.
We'll provide the data beforehand. Hold on. She's awesome. Her response, like, yes.
Sorry. How we doing, guys? No, I don't think so.
She's getting all paranoid. You should have seen her.
Like someone.
Yep.
This one I discovered, but I like to look at this and then tonight I can look over. This one reminds me a lot of.
Yeah, they're close, they're similar.
These are all quality.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
It comes down to price ultimately.
Bruce, what is it? It's not called rejuvenation, what is that place called where I do my work so against the rules? What is that?
I do my work against the rules.
Yeah, cause you're not supposed to work there, but like this is the
Oh my
best
gosh,
place
it's,
to be.
they have them.
Smells like lavender, soothing music, my emails are without end. What?
We have a,
I can't
have
sit
a
on-
little room for teachers when they need a quick getaway that they can go.
No one enters it, except we're working.
I thought it is the rejuvenation.
I think so, that's what it's called.
It's
I was in the
no,
website to
rejuvenation.
figure out the year.
Well, I don't think
not
anybody
been-
has ever used the laptop, the mindful blanket has been very nicely folded, now I'm ready to this over and shares in my office.
I haven't been in it yet.
No, full.
It was empty the
I
other day. I was
worked
like,
on there, it was very,
did you sit in the chair?
nope, because I would fall asleep.
Oh.
Just say I did that.
I couldn't make the chair work, so.
I watched the jellyfish and then open my laptop and do the person.
I will say this, 9 times out of 10, when I go past that room, it's closed and somebody's in there, so.
Somebody isn't there?
Yeah.
So like I was here school 4 days in a row, no one ever.
No one was in there? Oh, it's always closed when I go by.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I left my husband.
Go in there next time and I will put a timer and we'll see how long it takes you to post.
Instantly, I don't think we need to time then. It's a nice
It
space.
does smell nice.
So it's a great touch to,
You know what's really cool too is our motor lab, sensory room for kids. And have you
what
seen
is that one?
it's all the way down to the E building where the junior hires are. That's a cool room.
Is it?
Oh,
I'm gonna go next time.
kids, the little kids love it. It's so, so.
So is it for any student or specifically students that may need support?
Teachers will sign it out for their classrooms because it's meant to be more of a proactive thing rather than,
Oh,
hey, you need
nice.
to calm down, so we're gonna send you there. It's more of a get moving, get going, and so you're ready to learn. But we build it on time for some of the kids who need it, like
Yeah.
a 10-minute break every day. I'm taking a first grader down there every day, he can go outside.
The one I heard in the hallway by the rejuvenation room, that's great.
They got those little things. What's that?
The brain breaks are just
Yeah.
so important.
You know what I like? They got those little things that like you step on and they look like colorful lava. I'm so mesmerized by those things. I would get a whole room full of them and just every step I take is gonna be a,
Different color lava.
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
I had to call my husband between, two of the lessons and he's like, why do you have lullabies in the background? I'm like, where are you?
And then the rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation room.
Rejuvenation.
But it does like, you know, if you have like an edgy email and you sit there long enough, everything is softened.
I get worried about the people that go in there at 8 o'clock. Like, oh
Oh,
gosh,
no,
you're in the rejuvie room already at 8.
It may be just, you know, you gotta get ready for the day. I don't have any other time.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
It's kind of hard, like, you know, like if you're just on the press, like, you don't,
Yeah, my back's tight in the morning, I would wanna loosen it up, you know?
Yeah, but you know, once you sit down, you don't wanna get out. It's true. That's why I'm staying away from the
That's
chair.
one of the reasons I won't get in there is I won't
Do
like.
all of you guys have a section of ELA this year? For 6?
No, Jeff and I teach sixth grade.
You and Jeff teach.
They're rocking it.
Aaron teaches math and science.
And who's the one with the score?
He has a home loan though, his kids took the
Yeah, but
assessment.
why doesn't Jeff and Stacy have a score?
You didn't put it in there.
Okay, so,
So for which one?
you wanna go back up here?
Go to here.
Go to this one.
Jeff is in assignment class. He teaches it during his prep period. I am the teacher of record for 6A, which is Aaron Johnson's homeroom.
Well, I put a red because it's not right. Katie, Sean's not up in Denmark here with Erica Daniel. Held
though? It's coming up.
Yeah, but I don't think she's gonna do it now. But remember we said even.
Anything, but we need to follow up with her, right? See if she has something for us?
Did she respond to my email?
Hold on. Oh, she just did. Hold on, I wanna hear this.
The seventh grade isn't done at all.
Fair enough.
Oh my gosh, and look at this, eighth grade's done.
I think you just skipped a grade.
No, cause sixth grade's not. Remember? I don't care.
She wants to be anytime after 2 p.m. on Thursday or anytime after 10 a.m. on Friday. That's fine. You want me to do it?
You're the first hand count.
Okay, let me look at my schedule.
Okay, my friends, are you ready? Are you about ready?
Yes.
Excited? This is the hard part. That's your reminder.
And it's at 6:30 or 2 on Thursday. Wow. Every time. 2 on Thursday, we could be available.
Okay, hold on one second.
You're handing that to Cindy? Perfect. Okay, let's just talk about each one briefly. If you'll take your notes out. I just want to hear some highlights. And then maybe areas of concern with it before I show overall scores. Actually, hold on one second. That's okay, Cindy. So I think I'm gonna show overall scores first. Yes, so this is how, these are really close. Really close. Let me make that a little bit bigger for you. When I say really close, I mean really close. So that means one of two things. You either liked all of them or you didn't like any of them,
You only print two?
right? So it looks like,
Is that zero, about zero up there? Is that dragging Discovery down or no? I just have 1 0 up there. I'm wondering if that's a valid zero.
Because Discovery is pretty high numbers.
Cindy, can you tell me,
Number 8.
is that zero a valid zero?
Yes, it is for Discovery,
Yes?
yes.
Can you tell me what question? Wait, oh, total score of a zero?
Total score.
Can we just take that? On number 8?
Yes?
Yes. I didn't get any score.
Oh, they didn't
Oh.
mark it zero.
Okay, okay, so then,
We just take it out of that, well, that's total points, right, not average.
I'm just guessing
Those
this.
are averages.
But that's gonna be done now. That's the last piece of paper.
yeah, Peter still has to score Discovery, so I don't wanna take Discovery off.
No, can we just take that one score
Yeah, take
out
the
to
zero out.
affect the averages?
Can we just average the 9?
Yes, yep. Cindy, can you take that score out, please? Just leave it blank. There we go. Okay, so it looks like when we're initially looking at this, National Geographic is our lowest score. Do we want to take National Geographic off the table? Everybody's okay with that? Let me just see a thumbs up here to take National Geographic off the table. Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so then you're very tight, right? You have McGraw-Hill coming in highest, followed by Savvis, HMH and Discovery right behind it. So let's just talk about McGraw-Hill first. What were some highlights that you had in regards to McGraw-Hill?
I love that it's current, it's copyright dated 2023, I don't understand that, but it's current, so it's up to date. It's aesthetically pleasing, that's not the biggest thing in the world, but I thought it was quite in-depth and gave the teachers the best, avenue for planning. I guess I'll summarize that.
And this is McGraw-Hill over here, in case anybody was wondering, like, which one was that? Okay. Any other highlights about McGraw-Hill?
The differentiation.
Differentiation, okay.
Differentiating assessments, like all the things we can do, we can, assign an assessment with an audio response. So for students who have speech to text accommodation, you can actually put that right in the quiz.
Great.
And so it has a lot of different ways to do it. So they have like, there's like 19 different choices of multiple choice, matching, like there's all kinds of ways to differentiate assessments. And then you can use answer choices really easily. So if it's a multiple choice of 4, you can just delete 2 of the answers.
Okay.
It gets, yeah, a lot of choices activities.
I don't wanna be that person, but if you're asking.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, we forgot about you. Thanks for speaking up back there, Danae.
I did notice, oh, go ahead. I have my back turned. Go, Katie.
I also noted the assessment piece, scoring higher than the others. It also provided different accessibility for teachers and students as far as different levels of rigor. It noted the okay levels within assessments and questions and assignments.
Just a couple negatives that I found. I found that the digital part of it was a little hard to navigate when I was looking at it. And there was one section I found where it downloaded something in Word. And it was just a single page, if I recall. It might have been like a lesson plan or something like that. But that could be an issue. But it wasn't like all of the PowerPoints or all of the Word documents. It was like a single document. I did notice for positives for me, everything seems to be hosted on their site, so I don't have to worry about YouTube, Vimeo, some of those kind of things. I found that there was a link to primary and secondary sources on this particular page, and all of you guys have said about the assessments too.
Stacy, anything you want to add about McGraw-Hill?
I really liked it, but it was also the very first one that I looked at, and I was like really excited. And then it went downhill. I did mark though that the primary and secondary sources, it was pretty heavy in that, which makes me really, really happy. And then I thought the academic vocabulary was really strong, and I absolutely loved the assessment and being able to go in and tweak it and everything. I thought that was incredible.
Okay, great. So it is a front runner. Are you all okay moving forward with it being a front runner and piloting? Yes? Okay. Okay, so now Stacy, now group, we need to choose our number 2. So let's look at Savis. Savis is coming in at your number 2. That doesn't mean you have to pick it as your number 2.
Which one is that one?
Savis is right here. This one, which comes with the workbook. Student text, yep, My World Interactive. So let's talk about highlights of Savis. What did you think were some highlights?
I thought it had a good amount of the differentiated tasks for learning styles and different student abilities comparatively to the others.
I thought of the 3 frontrunners that it was probably the easiest to navigate. It wasn't as much material thrown at you, but it was all essential material. And when you're the teacher and you're trying to figure out that lesson plan for the day, you don't need to have a mountain worth of material thrown at you. So out of all that, I thought overall, though, these are all good choices.
Thank you, Peter.
I wrote down a couple things about as far as their online version does read aloud to students. I only found the English read aloud. Another one had some Spanish, but it had some really neat 3D visuals. So students, we looked at the Aztec, Mayan, something, whatever, and the kids could spin it around and look at the all three-dimensional sides of the. The video seems to be hosted on their side as well, so I didn't seem to see a problem with that. There is a download for ExamView for this particular program, but that's easy enough to resolve. But ExamView, if you've never used it, it does have a lot of item banks for your assessments.
I agree with you that it was, I think, seemed the most simplest to follow, thinking of new teachers or teachers who do not have a background in education, hitting all those components through that whole facilitation cycle.
So I noticed the assessment download center, I think that's at ExamView, right? Which we couldn't look at. I would have liked to have been able to look at that. But the text I thought was pretty clear and concise. The material is very chunked. So it's not visually it's not overwhelming. And then I thought that it's got feedback on the quizzes, like instant feedback on those quizzes for remediation or improvement. And then they had all the DOK numbers in there, which I thought was really great, especially if you're a newer teacher. And then the pacing was pretty good. It had the pacing guides in there with all the times. Yeah.
Stacy, what? Oh, go ahead.
It's okay. I agree with everyone else. I thought it was the most unique of the 5. It's hard to put a finger on what that means, but I will say, for the record, I came in with a bit of a bias because I was involved in my last school with the ELA part of Savas, and I really liked it. So I came in with a bit of a bias. It was really good. Perspectives is really good.
Sure.
So is there a good tie between the ELA and social studies? So that would be.
Yes, there is.
Okay. My only question is, and I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself, the workbooks, with those, because they're consumable, is that going to be something that we get the first year and then they go bye-bye?
Yeah. So can one of you check to see if the workbooks are accessible online? Because if that may be something that we do digital and then we have just some printed workbooks, but not for all.
I mean, if it's Google, if that's in Google as well and we can pick and choose, then that's
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, and this.
And it will just be fun to say, everyone, please get out your Savas book.
Savas.
We're doing Savas
And I called
today.
it Savas, so see, like, that sounds bad. Yes, please do.
I really like the fact that there is an option to extend the learning outside the classroom. It seemed like they were trying to incorporate parents and family into that. So it gets that engagement at home, which is a massive deficit, I feel, just in general. So I like the fact that they included that. That was a highlight for them.
Yep. So it looks like you can customize your curriculum, rearrange chapters and lessons, edit the program resources and assessments, upload your own content, and add links to your lesson through Google Classroom. But I don't see the workbook. Did anybody find the workbook?
Bruce, do you know about the workbook?
Because I think we're seeing teacher view. Books and readers.
Is this one where you were dragging
It might be. Follow these steps. What's my notebook?
Nothing. If you double click the word notebook on this particular page I'm on, it opens up a text box. So under each question, it's asking you information, explain this down in the notebook.
Which one is that? Does it give it? It says
analysis skill, analyze sequence and chronology. Yeah,
I was just seeing if it maybe followed.
right.
No? Okay, any challenges with that
That'd be the
particular?
biggest challenge.
Oh, that it's consumable notebooks. Okay. And so cost maybe, right?
But can't we scan the pages?
Yeah. Yep.
Is the workbook the active journal? Or no?
Yes.
It
says that, yes, the active journal consumable notebook.
Because at the end of the table of contents, they have something called a fillable active journal. And I'm guessing without going into detail, is that a workbook that's all online? That's why I'm asking.
It might be. Can you click it?
You can. If you go, if someone wants to join me, just make sure I'm not misrepresenting.
Tell us where you are.
If you're in Semestrio-wise and you go to browse,
Yep.
go to social studies and go to the table of contents on the left. And if you scroll all the way down past all of the topics toward the
Fillable
500 glossary,
active
it's
journal.
called
Yep.
Fillable active journal.
Okay.
If that's what the workbook is, and that's why I'm asking that question, it looks like it's a way to do the workbook online. I don't know if that answers our question.
Which is create an
It's very
assignment.
slow to load, but,
I think that it looks like it might be fillable based on that one that it had one question that had the notebook on there, so I would assign that question and the notebook to my students maybe.
So pricing
it's a
for
super
it?
huge file. I mean, it's got 282 pages at least, working the way down. But I think it's the workbook. Oh, I found it.
That's the active, yeah.
Okay, so,
So I
was it?
448 pages.
Does it,
Oh, feel free.
Fillable active journal. Yep, there it is.
Oh, did I keep myself?
no, I think I put, no,
That's it. You scroll up and down, I think that's the workbook.
Can you write it?
I didn't try to.
Oh, it said you could assign it.
You can assign it.
So I can download it.
it certainly looks like it.
So there's pricing for it. So I wonder how.
There's pricing for the fillable.
It was gonna
It
Well-
just says active journal, $26, for a 6-year.
Right.
license.
You typing in it over there, Ann?
I wonder if it saves or you have to print it.
well, it's gonna have to if you assign it through a classroom, it's gonna
Okay, so it sounds.
Assign the whole journal, not
Yeah.
individual.
I think you assign the whole journal.
Yeah. And then they can go through it.
download it and download it as a PDF, so it'd make it not editable. So it's most likely.
Okay. That is your second highest. Do you want to talk about HMH or Discovery?
Could I ask a question about Discovery for the table?
Sure.
The fact that it does not have a textbook, I'm correct on that, right? It's only digital. Is that a hill that anyone wants to die on? That if it doesn't have a hard textbook, they don't want to move on? Is that an elimination factor for anybody?
To me, that's a.
Yeah, it's not for me.
The only thing I would say is you're going to have IT days where you're going to have that lack of access. It's going to happen, whether it's on their end, whether it's on the district's end, whether it's on Cox's end. It's nice to have a book that you can pull out, make that reference, put the materials up. And then I know that some of the teachers last time were concerned about not having an actual physical.
That's why I brought it up, is some of the teachers were very adamant. They were hopeful that they would have both. So I don't know if that automatically takes Discovery off.
Could.
It's our fourth pick. So on top of that, the fact that it has no textbook, maybe is that the next one we want to vote on eliminating or not? I like it because it's current and it has current events, but it doesn't have a textbook, and I know that might be a deal breaker for some people.
It also has primary and secondary sources. Stacy, you've
So
you've
we
used it.
was that at the beginning of COVID?
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't think that we had all access to it. And it was really, really frustrating. Vicky was completely online and she used it every single day. The rest of the teachers that did social studies in and out of school did not like it nearly as much as she did. We felt like it was lacking in a lot of things, on top of the fact that we had to reproduce every worksheet or anything that we wanted them to do on into a Google Doc because it was not usable, and it was super frustrating. And of the four of us that we all four used it, and other than Vicky, the rest of us did not like it very much. So it looks better than it did then when we were looking at it. It looks like they've ramped stuff up, but I have PTSD. I don't know.
Or I looked at this. This is the one that the videos, you can translate them into Spanish. So for our Spanish-speaking students, it will read the video in Spanish to the students. I believe the text would convert too on this one.
The thing I like about Discovery, though, and I can't speak to the actual usability, is that to me it's the most rigorous and aligned to the process skills standards of any of the, like a lot of the books I found. I was flipping through, I'm like, this isn't, our kids are capable of more than this. And I felt like when I was flipping through Discovery, it had the kids processing and discussing at a higher level with higher level content because of the primary and secondary too.
What about, is Discovery the one you can change the Lexile level
Yes.
also? Okay.
So the Discovery did have some very cool features, lots of choice and editable assessments. It had a variety of tools for text to speech. So it had like immersive reader, it had box reader. So a lot of the ones that we've seen, like they don't do text to speech on everything, but it seems like Discovery has like taken the different types of media and applied the kind of text to speech that would work with that particular piece of media. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool. It had the 2 reading levels. You could create assessments. The teacher's guide listed the common misconceptions, which I thought was really cool because, especially for a new teacher, that's pretty cool. And there was a lot of choice of activities and lots of searchable activities. So there's a lot of cool stuff in it.
Okay. I told you this was going to be the hard part.
Well, that's why I asked. If we know that there's people at the table that are just going to be like, hey, there's no textbook, I don't want any part of this. It's got great features. Is it an easy cut for us? I guess is the question I'm asking.
I think you really have to look at the no tech day potential. You know, we've all lost internet here and there, so that would be a huge. What are you gonna do in class that day?
And your teachers are the ones in the trenches.
Right.
They're the ones that have that in-depth. So
Then you punt.
yeah, I tend to go teachers only got that when I got so.
Being that I'm
I'm the only one here. I vote no. I don't.
Well, okay, let's put
We-
ourselves in the shoes of a new teacher. We get a brand new teacher teaching social studies, and you don't have, a new teacher for me. I was lived on those textbooks. I had to have that in my hand because I was, I didn't.
Let me throw something else out there. If you wanted to keep Discovery on the table, I'm looking at you because this is only going to affect you. We could pilot 3. It's an option. So you could go, we're going to do McGraw-Hill, we're going to do Savvis, and we're going to do a complete online, which is Discovery. It's going to extend our time slightly. But if that's okay with the committee, then that could also be a decision you all determine to make. So it'd be 20, 40, 60 day, 20 for each.
I think if you take 3 and 2 of them have a textbook and 1 of them doesn't, it sets it up for a better choice than if you take two and one has a textbook and one doesn't. I think people will come in right away if one has a textbook and one doesn't and have their mind made up, and may not give the second one that doesn't have a book a fair shake. I think Discovery's got a lot going for it. I really like it. I just don't know. And I'm not teaching, so it's not a deal breaker for me that there's not a textbook. I just know that there might be for some.
Stacy, what do you think about that from a teacher perspective? Because you would be piloting, but you would pilot one, then you'd pilot the next one, then you'd pilot the next one.
I'm really struggling because what Sarah said, I kind of had to think back to it. It's much more rigorous. The problem was I felt like I don't remember if you could change the Lexia when we were doing it. I don't think we did. And we found a lot of times that we were having to really, really walk the kids through it because they did not understand the content. They didn't understand the vocabulary because it was harder. And I'm talking about at high school. That being, I think it's a good idea to, if we have the time, that we all get a chance to try the 3 different ones. If we're looking at Inspire, did we say we were going to look at that one as well? I felt like there was a lot of online platform stuff that came with it that I would think might be similar to Discovery, other than Discovery had that wealth of the videos and all of the things that were in addition to the chapters. But all that being said, I don't know. Yes, we can always do 3.
We can always go back to 2 and say it's McGraw-Hill and Savas that you're piloting, and you make a decision off of those. They both have digital platforms.
I'm of the opinion that your content should be easily accessible to everybody, and it's your assignments that are on the sliding scale of rigor. And I saw that with Savas, I saw that with McGraw-Hill. The assignments, you got the basic ones, but then you've got ones that allow the students to push themselves further. Yeah.
The other thing is, and this might just be me, but I feel like with our experience with Discovery the last time, and I know the science teachers were much happier with the Discovery for science than we were. I feel like we're coming in with already a notion of
A bias.
yeah, thank you, a bias that I don't ever use that word all day long. Gosh, it's my brain's done. So that's my concern, is that it was a lot, and it is, I think there is so much that I could see a new teacher coming in and being like, you want me to do what with all of it? Whereas if there was a book and the platform, it might be more beneficial that we could have people on board.
Okay, so team. Do I hear you saying we're going with our 2 front runners, which are McGraw-Hill something.
That's Inspire, right? No.
McGraw-Hill. Inspire? McGraw-Hill Inspire and Savas. Do we all agree to that? Thumbs up? No? You can live with it. Okay.
Could
We have not talked about HMH.
I was
Would you
gonna
like to?
ask if we could.
Let's do it.
I liked. I'm a sucker for something that goes with me teaching all the 3 grade levels. The world Civ covered 6th and 7th grade almost to the end of 7th grade in one book, which I was pretty darn excited about. That being said, it did not have anything that I saw for the Constitution, which is the brunt of 8th grade. So that was a drawback, but I was really excited about 2 for the price of 1.
Anne, what did you see in HMH?
Of course. Okay, so it reads all the vocabulary words. I liked that it had really clear and concise language, so it wasn't overly wordy. There's editable assessments. There's standards reports on the students, so you can see which standards they're mastering. The text to speech was read with meaning. So most of these text to speech, it's not read with meaning. It's like that computer voice. This one did that, which is kind of cool. And then it reads the little captions under the graphics, even reads those. And then, but text to speech doesn't work on some of the multimedia stuff. And there's a lot of text on the pages. So that's kind of a barrier, you know.
Okay.
So, you know, it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But
I think that's your third leg if you're going to go for a third one, because that's, oh, sorry. I think that's your third one right there, because that McGraw-Hill, those two are, I'm not going to say clones, but they are definitely kissing cousins.
yeah.
And then Savas would be the alternate option to that. This is public record, sorry.
That's okay.
I just worry about doing that if it doesn't have the Constitution.
Well, are you looking to see if there's constitution stuff?
I'm looking.
Is that not,
I'm looking in the beginnings, 1877. Let me see. Yeah, let me see.
You could use the index, which I marked as present.
How about that? Using the tools.
Using the tools.
Text features.
Did you all feel though? I remember flipping through it and thinking, this looks boring. Like these activities and the text. Like I thought it was very baby down and boring. I don't know if you all felt that way, but okay, it has Constitution.
I thought it was a rehash of a history book that I used in the late 90s as a kid. And so it had a bland factor to me that didn't wow me. That summarizes my aesthetic feel to it. It was meh.
So it is very similar to McGraw-Hill, right? But it sounds like McGraw-Hill has a little bit more pizzazz than pizzazz. Used to be my dance team. All right. 2 or 3? 2?
Yeah.
Top 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Top. Do you want me to repeat the top 2?
Yes.
McGraw-Hill,
Or Savas.
Savas are your top 2. We're okay with the top 2?
Yeah.
They're both quality.
I'm having a hard time letting go of Discovery. I really.
I see that.
But I can live with it. I support.
We
it.
can
I'm not-
pilot.
Don't do it. No, don't do it just for me. I can't let go of the full thumb.
But you're living with it.
I put myself in the same boat that Sarah is.
Okay.
I'm not gonna die on the hill if Stacy says it was hard to use. I didn't
But
use it.
Stacy is not the only person.
Anne, are you
Have to
speaking
say
up
I'm
over there?
Looking at this, and most of that had mostly 3s. That was the most 3s I gave, was the Discovery, even though it didn't have the textbook. But, and you know, another thing to consider is how well do these sites work on our internet? Like, you know, which ones, some of these, what they don't load, you know, there's some, like, what if McGraw-Hill and Savas, they just don't even load, and then Discovery is like lightning. Do you know what I mean? I think we have to, I don't know.
That can also change depending on who they migrate their servers to.
It does. And, you know, I feel, though, that 3 is a lot to ask our teachers to pilot. I think that's a lot to ask.
2 really good ones, then we're gonna get a good one no matter what.
I think you looked at 5 really good ones. So this was a little more difficult than our science group who was like, no, no, no. Like, you can live with it. Okay. So I think we have our top 2, McGraw-Hill and Savas. Nice work, everybody. I have to adjourn this thing. Hold on a second.
Can I ask what the next step is then?
Yes, next step. So next step is I will be reaching out to our 2 vendors of McGraw-Hill and Savas, and so you'll see there, Stacy and committee. I'm going to try for December 8th, which is next Thursday. So I will ask which vendor is available next Thursday. That will be the first vendor we will train with and pilot. Does that make sense? We won't start the actual pilot until December 13th, which allows me to go to the governing board with, these are the two that we would like to put on 60-day review and pilot as teachers. Yes.
We're going to start reviewing a brand new book the week before Christmas break.
Well, at the last meeting, you guys said you wanted to
Did
be
we?
trained before.
Trained, yes, but would we be utilizing it, or can we start in?
Oh, yes, you could start in January, yes. But you wanted to be trained before, yes? Okay, so then that gives me a little bit of time then to adjust. Okay. I see what you're saying. You're like, 1 week? Okay. Okay, so I have some time there, is what you're saying. But I think I still want to go for the 8th for training so that we're not training the last week that we're in school.
Are we all coming to this? Are you at, or the social studies teachers, I mean?
The
All of us
social
or
studies-
just us?
Just you all and
Okay.
anybody who wants to pilot on social studies.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, that's our next step.
So next Thursday?
Next Thursday, if I can. If not, it'll be the week after, depending on the vendor. But I will communicate with you guys like probably tomorrow. They are quick to get back to me. I wonder why. Okay. Can we adjourn at 6:55?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Nice work tonight. Sorry I kept you